Welcome to the block.
All right, everyone, so we're going to go ahead and jump right into it. And as you can see from the title, that we're going to talk about regulations of AR 670-1 when it comes to hair, female hair in the military uniform, specifically for the Army. All right, so we're going to go ahead and cover ponytail, afros, bobs, bangs, braids, dreadlocks, hair bun, hair colored, and layered hair. We gonna cover it all right? So if don't mind me, I got the regulations right here and my notes, just so that I can give you guys the most accurate information possible. First things first, let's talk about them ponytails. We all love them, we all love them, so we can swing our hair back and forth. We all love them, that sleek. Well, you can wear them as many times as possible, but what you cannot wear them is outside of your PT uniform. Yes, you heard that correctly. You are only authorized to wear ponytails when you're doing physical training. All right, only time. But once you put that OCP on, that bad boy you gotta do something with it. Pin it, bun it, layered it, trim it, don't matter. Do something. Get rid of it. All right. Now, there's my sisters. There's something that is not being informed. Is that for my dark-skinned lovely ladies that have those curly hair and would like slick their hair back, you know what I'm saying, and have that nice cute little even tone puff in the back. It's all cute, it really is. But when you're in your OCPs, it is not authorized. When you're in that uniform, it is not authorized. It is considered a ponytail. Yes, I know it's not dangling free, like it's not dangling like that, but it is free and loose. So it is considered ponytail. I know you don't want to hear it, but it's the truth, and it is what it is. All right? Sorry. So we're going to go ahead and talk about fros. All right? Now, us dark skin girls, we have, if we do a big chop, cut it off. Chop, chop, chop. We go through those phases where we want to grow back her hair and, get that rich, nice curls in our hair. You know what I mean? So we do that big chop, right? Now your hair is growing back. Now it can't, get pull into a ponytail as yet. So it's that little, nice little fro. Now, do not let anyone tell you that you cannot wear a fro in your uniform, because you can. But there is a but. When you are wearing your PC, it cannot go out more than 3 inches. Okay? If it's more than 3 inches, then you're out of regulations. So you can wear your fro, but it cannot be more than 3 inches. All right? I'm sorry, but that's just the way it is. All right, ladies. So, do what you got to do. Pin those jokers in if it's more than 3 inches or whatever, and you won't have nobody on your back. If it's just 3 inches or less and they try to get on you, you go ahead and pull that regulation up and yes. I am that person. I got no problem pulling that regulations out, because the thing is that I rather them hate me for knowing my shit. All right? I rather them hate me for that than be doo-doo. I rather them hate me for knowing my shit than them hating me for being doo-doo. And that's just that. if you gonna hate me for doing the right thing and just shutting you up because you're wrong, then you gonna hate me. All right, so ladies, if you got that fro, if it's more than 3 inches, you know, pin it, you know, slick it back and pin it. But if it's less than 3 inches or less, girl, pull that rig. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about them bobs. All right, I'm not gonna lie, I cut my hair 2 months ago. I pressed it and I silk pressed it and cut it because, you know, the ends were damaged and so forth. And I did cut my hair in a bob. You know, I cut it in a bob. Like right now it's growing back and all that. So I cut it and put it in a bob. Now, when it comes to a bob, right, because it's going to be down, free, and loose, right, it cannot pass the end of my collar. So basically, if this was my uniform collar and all that, it cannot go past my collar, okay? But also, you know, a bob is like that, right? It cannot be more than 1 inch. It should not be more than 1 inch in length. So it cannot be greater. So right here and here cannot be more than 1 inch in length. If it's way more than that, where, you know, some of the bobs are here, it's right here, and the front is like down here, can't do it. Can't do it. Now, if you're gonna do like that, now that's fine. You know, that's about 1 inch from the back of your neck to your chin. That is about 1 inch, okay? But anything more than that, can't do it. Just can't do it. All right, sorry, but hey, at least, you know what I'm saying, they give you a little, just a little bit. Just a little thing to play with. All right, so the next up is bangs. Now, I've only wore a bang once in my life. And I'm not gonna say I don't like bangs. It's just, it didn't suit me. There are many females that I'm like, oh my God, I wish I could pull a bang off like that. But you see what I'm saying? I ain't got that luxury. I ain't got that face that can pull off a bang. So if you are one of those people watching this video who can flawlessly pull off a bang, well, must be nice. I'm not hating. Now, we're gonna go ahead and talk about braids and dreadlocks, all right? Now, as you can see, my hair is in a braid. You know, I like... I like to wear my braids. I really do, because, you know, it protects my hair. It helps it grow, and I don't have to mess with it so much. So I do like to keep my hair in a braids most of the time. Plus, it suits my face very well. You bang wearers. No shade. But, so when it comes to braids and dreadlocks, they're technically the same, right? They're typically the same thing. It's just that dreadlocks, you know, you have to tighten them and all these things and have an upkeep on them and so forth like that. And, that's a lot of work. Too much work, if you ask me. But for you people who can pull off dreads and wear them and the upkeep of them and all that type of stuff, listen, you're a real MVP. All right, so braids and dreadlocks should not be bigger than a 1/4 inch, right? Should not be bigger than a 1/4 inch. And it's 1/8 to a 1/4 inch apart from each other, right? So I can't have like 4 of these and then have another one over here and then have another one over here and then yeah, I can't do that. We can't do it. It has to be small, medium to small. And when I say medium, I think the medium would probably be like 2 of these braids together. So yeah, it's considered kind of still small, but that's just how it is. They don't want it big. All right, because to them it does not look professional. All right, so like I said, braids and dreadlocks, the same thing. So 1/8 to 1/4 inch apart from each other, and it should not be more than 1/4 inch big. Now, going from braids and dreadlocks to buns. Oh my goodness. I think this is one of the most headache that is in the military, right? When it comes to females and their hair. One of them, not all of them, just one of the headaches, right? It's buns. When you put your hair in a bun, you know, it's all nice and whatever. Now, some of you guys, I mean, you consider this long and all that type of stuff. Now, when you put your hair in a bun, it has to be neat and neatly kept, right? It should not be falling all over the place and all these type of stuff. In your uniform, it shouldn't. You know, when you're leaving the house to go to a party and all that type of stuff, you like to look nice and neat and clean and all of that, and you want to stay that way. You should put in the same effort that you put into going out, into presenting yourself in uniform as well. You know, that's a professional place, right? So when it comes to wearing the bun, it should not, from the scalp out, so basically like this way, should not be more than 3 inches. Okay? So, like I said, I'll reiterate. From the scalp out to the edge of the bun should not be more than 3 inches. Yes. No more than 3 inches. That's how long your bun from scalp out should be. All right? Now, when I'm looking at you directly to your face, I should not be able to see your bun. I should not see your bun at all. If I can see your bun, you're out of regulation automatically. That is it. So, and I've seen it so many times where females' buns are like this. I don't know, but their buns are like this. And I'm like, what? And I understand that, you know, they'll have some Rapunzel hair going all the way down and whatever. But at the end of the day, you know you have work on Monday. You know you do. So why is it that you're going to put something in your head that is going to cause for your higher ups to look at you go crazy? You know, that's one thing I don't understand. But soldiers do what soldiers do and what soldiers want, and they don't think about the consequences. But when it's happening to them, they cry about it. And honestly, there are times, you know, there's some soldiers that don't know the regulations, and it is understandable. You know, first time you can, you know, let them know, give them a warning, let them know what the regulation is, so therefore, you know, they can see you as being fair. But a second time, if they do it again, like, you know now, you knew, so there's no excuse. But the thing is that, to me personally, if you have such a big bun, I'm sorry, it doesn't look good. It's not cute. It ain't cute at all. I just don't understand why they would think it's cute. So layered hair, you know, you can have layered hair. The only thing with layered hair, which is not too much in depth of the regulations with the layered hair, because the only thing it requires is that each section of the hair is the same length. So if back hair is 3 inches, then in the middle needs to be 3 inches, and the front needs to be 3. That's it. That's all it's required for layered hair. And I mean, that's normally what happens. So that's all. Now, one thing I did forget to mention with the bangs is that when you can wear bangs in the military, it's just that it should not come to your eyebrows. Should not come to your eyebrows at all. And I know if you're gonna wear bangs and looking all fly and nice, you know, you're gonna want them suckers to come all the way down here, but you can't. So if you're gonna be wearing if you're gonna be wearing bangs that are up here, I don't know. I guess you can't really pull off. I don't know. I ain't gonna say nothing. All right, so hair color. We are on the topic that fight wars. Okay, we're on that topic that literally fight wars with junior enlisted and higher ups. Hair color. Now, especially when it comes to dark-skinned females. All right. Now, first thing first, highlights are prohibited. Highlights are prohibited. You're not allowed to wear highlights. That's it. That is all. No if, buts, or maybe. Nothing. You're not allowed to wear highlights whatsoever. Okay? Done deal. Next. Now, what is the fight going on even until this day? Because, it happened to me personally, and I had to, pull that reg out. And listen, they had to come correct because, I was about to change lives. Okay? So a big issue is right now is dark-skinned female having blonde hair. Now, I want to know what the issue is because, the regulation states that we're only allowed to have natural color hair, right? We're only allowed to have natural color hair, and we cannot have like exaggerated colors like blue, green, purple, pink, red, all those type of colors. We're not allowed to have them. But if it's a natural hair color, which is black, brown, not redhead, but the redheads, you know what I'm saying? Like redhead colors, blonde, all these other different natural colors. We're allowed to have those colors, right? But if a dark-skinned female wears color her hair blonde, it's an issue because it's not natural. Now, I don't understand because it's a natural hair color. Now, there are dark-skinned females and males that are born with blonde hair. So, story time. So, like I said before, that happened to me where, I did dye my hair blonde. Not bright blonde, but a little dark blonde, right? Went to work, and, was asked, why did I change my hair color? And I was like, why not? So I was told that I need to dye my hair because it's not my natural hair color. And I was like, excuse me? And the person repeated himself and said it's not my natural hair color. And I was like, according to the regulation, it did not state that it needs to be my natural hair color, but a natural hair color. Okay? So don't get the two twisted. It's not my natural hair color, but a natural hair color. Okay? Now, they're telling me that it's not okay because it's not natural for me. And I was like, what do you mean? Because I'm dark skinned, I cannot have blonde hair? Is that what you're saying? They said no, it's because they know it's not my natural hair color. So one of the females who was Caucasian in my company, I know her natural hair color is not blonde, but she has blonde hair. And I looked at the person and was like, okay, if I have to change my hair color because you're stating that my hair color is not my natural hair color, then she has to change her hair color and everybody in here as well. Now, mind you, one of those personnel was also an officer, right? So if I have to change my hair color, everybody in here have to change their hair color and go back to their natural hair color. Because since you're telling me that regulation states my natural hair color, ain't nobody in this joker wearing their natural hair color. Now, mind you, one of the females had highlights. So, and then I went there and pulled up the regulation that stated a natural hair color, not my natural hair color. Now, that is something that irks my nerves. That is something that I also see go around Facebook and all these type of stuff, that, you know, people are asking these questions if they can have their hair blonde. Well, yes, you can. You can't have highlights, but you can wear your hair blonde. It's not against the regulation that it doesn't state, oh, you can dye your hair in these colors according to your ethnicity. It does not state that, because guess what? If it stated that, then I'm sorry to say it would be. So, moral of the story, what happened was they dropped the whole thing. I wore my hair color how I wanted to wear my hair color within the regulations as I was doing before. Okay? Nobody wanted no IG complaint on them. See what I'm saying? But yeah, so look, in the regulations, it states that you can wear a natural hair color. Blonde, brown, etc., etc. Now, mind you, my natural hair color is brown. It is brown, and when I stand in the sun, it's not like a redhead, but it's like, it gives this reddish type color. It's weird. Really weird. But yeah. So, that concludes my hair AR670-1 cover of the regulations. So, I hope that helped you guys, and I hope you checked out. If you haven't checked it out yet, go ahead and do so and check out the makeup and nails for AR670-1 for females in the Army. All right, so go ahead. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. Turn your notification on so that you can get notification from me, and so that you can join me all the time here on Krishna's Block. Thank you for watching.